What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by. Today we are talking about the 10 things that you can do to give your space a remodel and make your home feel brand new again. They're simple, they're fairly inexpensive, and there's some of them maybe things that you can do yourself today, tomorrow, the weekend. Whatever it is, I want to get you guys to fall in love with your spaces again, and there's some simple ways to do that. If you guys don't, I would appreciate you following me on social media. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. I post there daily. So if you want to keep up with all the stuff that I'm doing, go follow me there. I'd appreciate it. And if you haven't, I would appreciate a subscribe. But why don't I get to the information and see if I can earn the subscribe out of you guys. So we're going to waste no more time, I could have said that better, and dive right into it. So the 10 tips for remodeling on a budget. The first one is refinish stuff. This behind me, these cabinets, they're old cabinets. They were dingy. They were disgusting. I had to sand so much grease and dirt and dust and gross and paint and all that stuff off of them. But then I refinished them and they look amazing. I mean, I think they look amazing. So refinishing things, and then even the hardware. If you have old hardware, some old hardware that's that weird goldy kind of like weird look, try sanding them lightly and spray painting them. Spray paint in a can has come so far over the years. It has some amazing applications when it comes to refinishing metal drawer pulls, light fixtures, all those types of things. So go around your house, and if there's like a light that you hated that just is ugly, think about what if you could change the color. Maybe it's a gold color. What if you could spray paint it black? What if you could spray paint it, a different color? Go to your local Lowe's, find some different spray paint colors. Get the one that's for metal, get the one that's for plastic, whatever it is that you're refinishing, and refinish it. I've refinished a ton of stuff, everywhere from toilet paper rolls to drawer pulls to sconces from inside a bathroom. To candle holders, to pots. I mean, there's so many things you can refinish in your house that can spruce up an area, and it costs you, $3-4 for the can of spray paint. A great way to do it. Number 2 would be swapping out hardware. So the hardware that I just talked about, whether it be light fixtures, whether it be drawer pulls, whether it be doorknobs, door handles, see about replacing them. Maybe you can find a cost-effective replacement that gives a little bit more design to your space, gives a little more texture to your space. This could be, changing it from one style to another style. Whatever it is, look at that. Maybe you have those old, ugly doorknobs. Change them out. Change the bedroom doorknobs out. Change the front door doorknob out. There's things that you can do that would make your house look a lot better. Also, changing out light fixtures and light plates, switch plates, that could do a lot. If you have those old creamy walnut colored ones, try swapping them out for white. If you have white and your color scheme is different, maybe you swap them out for black. There's ways to really change a space by just changing the little dinky things around your house that make it seem really outdated. You'd be surprised at how much it changes a space when you just change the light switches. It's pretty cool. I've done it multiple times. It gives you a whole new feel in the space. Number 3 is door trim, window trim, and baseboard. So basically all of your trim work. Now this sounds like a big task, but what I've noticed over time is that even just changing it out with a simple 1x3 is huge, because a lot of us have that old 1970s, 80s, 90s, really thin, almost a 3-inch piece that has the weird bevels to it. It's always cut at a 45-degree angle. It's really skinny and thin. And then we have the baseboard that almost matches it, and it just looks really dinky and outdated. If you rip all that stuff out and replace it with a 1x3 of MDF, which MDF is medium density fiberboard, which isn't actual real wood, and it's a lot cheaper, but you would never tell. Once you get it on, it's clean, it's crisp, you paint it, and you would never tell the difference. So you can change out your door trim, your window trim, your baseboard. That alone, I promise you, would completely redesign an entire space. So keep that in mind when looking at your window trim, door trim, and baseboard. Number 4 is area rugs. So area rugs are a way to kind of redesign an entire space without ripping out your flooring. Maybe you hate your flooring. You can throw a large area rug in there. It's going to change the space. But what I think is exciting about area rugs is if you get a big one that like covers a huge area rug, see, okay. You can also layer another area rug on top of that. Do a little bit of texture, right? Change the space a little bit. Add a little bit of design to it and some texture, some depth to your room. It's a great way to do it. I would definitely recommend looking into it. It's a great way if you absolutely hate your floor, or there's issues with your floor, there's damage, and you're just tired of looking at it. Think about getting some area rugs. Also, the awesome thing about it is that you can throw them out when they're dirty. You can clean them when they're dirty. You're not stuck to it, and it's not a big expense, and it's not a big install. Super simple. Will completely change a space. Number 5 is smearing brick. I know I said smearing. I don't like the word. It doesn't make any sense to me. But smearing brick, mainly I say smearing brick because I don't recommend painting brick because people don't do it the right way. You're not supposed to paint brick with paint. It's a porous material, and when you put that latex paint on top of it, it's just not good. You're supposed to stain brick. So if you can get some actual brick stain, go ahead and paint it. The reason I like smearing, which is basically taking mortar, just your classic white mortar, smear it across your brick, and then you kind of wipe it down with a sponge, and it lets some of the color of the brick and the texture of the brick shine through, but it also kind of neutralizes a little bit. So you can use different design aspects. You can put some different colors in front of it as the seasons change. You can still manipulate that brick with some pops of color, but overall you still have a fairly neutral background, but you're not losing the texture of the brick. Painting sometimes lays over the brick and it almost looks like someone just put a sticker over the brick, and it kind of removes the texture of the brick. So think about smearing when you have maybe a really outdated fireplace, a stone fireplace. I know a lot of 70s, 80s homes have that wall with like the little stoop on it, and it's just all brick and it's all hideous old brick. Think about smearing it. It could be an awesome way for you to kind of spruce up that space. Now we're moving on to number 6, which is paint. This one's obvious. Paint something. Paint something and make it look better. I would recommend not just painting your entire house. Like, for example, I painted the cabinets green here, and I painted my kind of bookshelf and door over here black because it's on a brick wall. Do pops of color here and there, and it's actually going to change the space a lot. Now, I'm an advocate for painting a lot of things white because I think you can add design elements afterwards and you have a blank slate. So, like, again, as the seasons change, you're not stuck into a color scheme if you go with something crazy like a blue or a green, although I do love green. If you somewhat keep white as the majority color and then you can kind of add color to it, it gives you more options when it comes to designing over time. So paint is just an obvious one. The next one, which would be number 7, would be light fixtures. Swapping out a light fixture can change a space completely. If you got a flush mount, put a little mini chandelier in there. If you have an old outdated chandelier, swap it out for a more modern, more designer chandelier. Lowe's, Home Depot, they have great chandeliers and lights for fairly inexpensive. So that'd be a great way to change a space, is just swapping out the light. Number 8, window coverings. Okay, window coverings can get really, really tacky, bulky, and dusty and dirty. I know a lot of people have curtains. The curtains go almost to the floor. The dust bunnies get all over them. They're kind of bulky. When they're open, they're bulky. When they're closed, they're bulky. Maybe think about doing something that is inside your window casing, a nice maybe cloth window treatment, or maybe even going to some of the plantation shutters, stuff like that, to where you can get a better look. It's a little more crisp. It's a little more clean. It keeps things off the floor. It might make your space feel a lot better. Potentially lets a little bit of light through even when you close them for privacy. Stuff like that can really change a space. So window coverings would be number 8. Number 9 would be an accent wall. I am a big advocate for accent walls. This could be using any type of 1x material to create some type of a design, painting a mural on a wall. Remember, this is your house. A lot of people get confused with trying to make their house like appealing to the masses, or what you see on HGTV, or what the look is right now. When you really do break it down, you live in this house 24/7. Do what you want to do, right? If you think this would be an awesome accent wall, do it. Do it and enjoy it, and don't care what anybody else thinks. It's your home. So doing different things like that is a huge bonus to a space. It will completely change a space very easily. And number 10, and the final step, is up to you guys. What do you dislike about your house right now? What is that one thing every single day that just bothers you? That just, like, the doorknob sticks, right? The back door slider doesn't slide close all the way, or constantly kicking it and pushing it to get it locked. What is something that bothers you, right? Do you have paint chipping in some corner of your house? Do you have some baseboard that's broken? Do you have, whatever it is? What do you look at every day and you're like, ugh? If you have one of those things, which I'm pretty sure everyone has, go fix it right now. Figure out a way to fix it. Google, YouTube, do whatever it is. Figure out a way, fix that one thing that bothers you. You're going to fix it. You're going to be a little uncomfortable doing it. You're not going to really know what you're doing. You're going to finish it and you're like, whoa, this feels so much better. And then you're going to maybe want to go do more things. Do the other 9 things on this list, right? So whatever it is that's bothering you today about your house, go out and just fix that one thing. Even if it takes you a week to fix it, fix that one thing. I'm not talking about repainting your whole house or rebuilding your back deck. I'm saying that one little nuisance that's just like, go fix that right now. Gain a little bit of confidence in the skills that you have, and then see if you maybe step down the list and go do a couple more things. But overall, guys, that's all I have for you today. If I helped you in any way, I would appreciate you guys subscribing, liking this video, ringing the bell. It really helps me out to continue making content like this. And go out and do something. Gaining skills is a very important thing. Sometimes it's not even about the remodel or the outcome of the remodel. Sometimes it's more about you going out and just doing something, accomplishing something, and finding a little bit of extra self-worth there in your week or on your weekend. But that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate you. Stay motivated, stay blessed, stay excited, and I'm out.